Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest video game remasters of the decade so far. Number 10, Diablo II Resurrected.
All who oppose me, beware.
As Blizzard Entertainment began its villain arc in the 2020s with flubs like Warcraft 3 Reforged and Diablo Immortal, Diablo II Resurrected was one of the few things it did rather well. For the first time ever, console players could finally experience this legendary action RPG that was once only ever playable on PC and Mac. And to sweeten the deal, we could experience the game with some of the best controls on console. For a game such as this, in addition to swapping between the remastered visuals and the old ones. In all honesty, this is truly the best way to play Diablo 2 out of the few versions we got. Number 9, Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Finally, I got you now. I won't let you get away.
Sonic Generations was already a massive game with its seemingly endless buffet of classic levels from both 2D and 3D Sonic games, but Sonic X Shadow Generations turns the 2011 game into an even beefier package. Now you have an entire campaign dedicated to Shadow the Hedgehog, and you'll get to relive plenty of moments from Sonic Adventure 2, 2005's Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes, and more. We even got a DLC level dedicated to the Sonic 3 movie with Keanu Reeves reprising his role as Shadow.
Alright, a beautiful city. It looks like how Maria described the Earth.
Whether you love the original Sonic Generations or have been itching for more Shadow, Sonic X Shadow Generations will satisfy both cravings beyond your expectations. Number 8, Catherine Full Body.
Alright, I got it.
Really, we would have settled for a simple port for this one. Catherine was one of the most captivating games Atlas ever put out, with its unique puzzle-based gameplay and compelling story about romance, commitment, and the complicated concept that is love. What Catherine Full Body does differently is wedge a third romance option into the story, along with 5 brand new endings, more animated cutscenes to further flesh out characters.
No one gets things perfect the first time around.
I guess you're right. I'll have to keep practicing.
Yeah, if the bar doesn't go out of business by then. God!
And the number of levels to challenge your intellect has doubled to more than 500. Of course, there are also some touch-ups in visuals along with an expanded soundtrack. What more could you ask for from a remaster labeled as the Full Body Edition? Edge. Number 7, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Upon first seeing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, we were gobsmacked to learn that this was not a remake of the first game. The drastic change and improvements in its graphics and art style make the original game seem archaic in comparison. Even more impressive is how it makes the original game better with all of the quality of life improvements we saw in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. With a UI that is easier to read and crystal clear audio to help elevate the music and atmosphere. Nintendo even threw in a special epilogue that further dives into Melia's story after you beat the main campaign. If you never experienced the original game on the Wii, this is the best way to get yourself acquainted with the franchise.
We can definitely do this! Let's go! That was too easy!
Number 6, Metroid Prime Remastered. Now, when it comes to remasters, few games have been as accommodating as Metroid Prime Remastered. See, we can go on all day about how so much of the game looks as if it was built from scratch, between the character models and texture work. What really wows us the most is the integration of 3 very distinct control schemes. Players can choose controls that perfectly emulate the original GameCube game, the motion-based controls of the Wii port, and even a blend of both. No matter which control scheme you prefer, you'll find that Metroid Prime truly stands the test of time, thanks in part to this remaster. Number 5, Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Come on! Go!
All right.
If we could name any game as the main reason Sony acquired Blue Point Games, it's the Nathan Drake Collection. As some hardcore PlayStation enthusiasts are aware, PS3 games are tricky to bring to modern hardware because of certain design choices in the console itself. So whatever magic Blue Point worked to get these games on PS4 ought to be studied. All 3 of the original Uncharted games are forever preserved and in greater detail than ever before. With this collection, you can relive Nathan Drake's adventures at a crispy 60 frames per second, with supreme controls and not a technical hiccup to be found anywhere. Any PlayStation fan would be remiss to not experience this trilogy. Number 4, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. With Koei Tecmo having lost the source code to Ninja Gaiden 2 ages ago, it's a miracle that this game was even released. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black falls under a similar category as Metroid Prime Remastered, in that it looks like it was completely remade. Rest assured, this is a remaster of Ninja Gaiden 2, albeit using the Sigma version source code. However, unlike the Sigma version, this iteration is way more visceral and much closer to the original game, with the exception of all the new character models, textures, and more. In all honesty, $50 seems pretty steep, but considering the amount of work that went into it, it was a price worth paying. Now, if only the first 3D Ninja Gaiden could get that same treatment. Number 3, Halo: The Master Chief Collection.
That lone wolf stuff stays behind. Clear? Got it, sir. Welcome to Reach.
Admittedly, this collection was among the worst titles to come out in 2014, with its technical instability and poor online connectivity, but as the years went on, 343 Industries managed to turn the game into one of the best collections of remasters you could possibly play. Each game plays well, looks great, and runs better than ever before.
When you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty?
Blinded?
Paralyzed? Dumbstruck?
No.
Yet the humans were able to evade your ships.
Plus, the multiplayer was so much fun to play just as it was in 2001, 2004, 2007, and so on. No matter if you're playing the 2001 hit that started it all or replaying Reach for the 100th time, these remasters are a fantastic package to point new players towards and tell them this was Halo. Number 2, Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
The value alone should be enough reason to play Mass Effect Legendary Edition if you never experienced the original trilogy. What you have here are 3 games with improved visuals and hundreds of hours of game time waiting for you. More if you do entire playthroughs as Paragon and Renegade each. What's more impressive is how this collection vastly improves the first Mass Effect, as tweaks were made to combat controls and load times. That said, if you ever see this go on sale, trust us when we say it is worth even the $60 price tag.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. A remaster of one of the greatest video games ever made does not need to do much to become one of the greatest remasters ever made. When Skyrim Special Edition launched in 2016, it was a simpler remaster. It was Skyrim with better, more refined visuals and smoother technical performance. And as the years have gone on, it's only gotten better, which is great. We could point out the addition of mod support on consoles and the additions of features like fishing, but the big selling point for us was playing this on PS4 Pro and eventually PS5. Playing Skyrim at a consistent 60 frames per second is almost like we're experiencing the game for the first time again, and once you play this version, you're never going back to the 2011 original.
I cannot best.
So which video game remaster is your favorite? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.